Good morning, everybody. How are you all? Today we are going to discuss the next chapter, that is eighth chapter in our 10th class chemistry, chemical bonding. The topics we are going to discuss in this chemical bonding are Lewis dot structure, electronic theory of valency, ionic bond and covalent bond, valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, valence bond theory and hybridization. Let us see the introduction of this chemical bonding lesson. Water. What is the chemical formula of water? We all well known, that is H2O. And what is this? Common salt. Chemical formula, it is NaCl, sodium chloride. And this is oxygen cylinder and written as O2. We have seen in the previous lesson classification of elements in the periodic table. In the periodic table, we have seen that 118 elements are there. All these elements are existed in single atoms. Have you thought about this one? Did you think why we are writing the water chemical formula as H2O, not like HO2 or NaCl? Can't we write like Cl and Na? And why should we have to write and read oxygen as oxygen gas as O2, not as a single O? What is the reason? Have you think about this one anytime? Okay, in your previous class, that is in your ninth standard, you have studied that oxygen, nitrogen, and some kind of atoms, they exist in diatomic molecules. Like oxygen means we usually write it as O2, and nitrogen means N2. Why we have to write like that? If it is a diatomic molecule, that means two oxygen atoms are there in that molecule. How these two oxygen molecules exist in a single molecule? Is there any force behind this? Is there any attraction between these atoms? Let us see. If the attraction is there, if some attraction of forces making these two atoms come closer, what kind of attraction it is there? What is that holding them together? Let us see in detail. At the end of the 19th century, scientists discovered three types of forces are there. Those are gravitational and magnetic and electrostatic. At that time, electrons, protons, neutrons, that means the subatomic particles also discovered, and the charges also they know. Then by concluding these two, they decided that electrostatic forces are the cause of attraction between the atoms in a molecule. Just we have seen that just now we have discussed about sodium chloride. How this sodium chloride is formed, and water molecule. How these water molecules, hydrogen and oxygen, how these two combine and form water. Let us see an example here. Sodium atom and chlorine atom. We know that sodium, it is having one single electron in its outer shell, whereas chlorine, 7 electrons are there in its outer shell. These outer shell electrons are called valence electrons. We have studied in our previous class. When these two come closer, what will happen? The sodium atom will get attracted by chlorine, and the chlorine atom will get attracted by sodium. But because of these attraction forces only, sodium chloride formed, of course. But we know that electrons are negatively charged and nucleus, it is positively charged. So two nucleus, when they come closer, they have to repel, right? And two electrons, two negatively charged particles, they come closer, then they have to repel. But why? What is the reason behind this attraction? If the positive charge, that means the bond, the attraction, it is more than repulsion, then the bond will form between the two atoms. If the repulsion is more than the attraction, then there is no bond between the atoms. And finally, the reason behind these formation or the attraction forces, mainly based on the outer shell electron. Just now we have discussed, that is the valence electrons. The valence electrons plays a major role in the formation of the bonds. Electrons in valence shell are responsible for formation of bond between the atoms. So you have to remember the point mainly. The attraction between these bonds and the bond formation majorly depends upon the valence electrons. We have studied about some force of attraction is there, right, in between the two atoms. Okay. The force of attraction in between the two atoms is there. That was first discovered by Isaac Newton. Later, the force of attraction given as the name, it is chemical bonding. The name chemical bonding, the force of attraction is called chemical bonding. That was discovered by Boltzmann and Lewis, Gilbert Lewis. For studying in detail about these valence electrons, we have to study the Lewis dot structure. Do you remember the periodic table? And we know that 118 elements are existed in our present periodic table. In the periodic table, we know that so many types of elements are there. Those are alkaline metals are there and earth metals are there, and some kinds of families like boron family, carbon family, nitrogen family, oxygen family, and halogens are there. And the last, that means the end of the complete right side of the periodic table, it consists of the inert gases are noble gases. See here, helium, neon, argon, krypton, and xenon, radon. These are called inert gases, are zero group elements. What is the reason why they are called like that? Because we know, we have studied in our previous class, they doesn't participate in any chemical reaction. That's why they are called inert gases. Let us see the electronic configurations here. Helium, it is 2, neon 28, and argon 288, krypton 28, 18, 8, whereas xenon 28, 18, 18, 8, and radon 28, 18, 32, 18, 8. Have you observed this electronic configuration? The outer shell electronic configuration, it is except helium, the remaining elements consist 8 electrons. So these are very stable. The elements which are having in its outer shell 8 electrons, they are very stable and they doesn't participate in any chemical reaction. That is the reason these elements are called inert gases or noble gases, and they are very stable, and they are also called as zero group elements. We know how to write the electronic configuration. This is a one way, and let us see the next how to write, and Lewis how he has given the electronic configuration. What is called Lewis dot structure? The valence electrons in the atom of an element is depicted in short form by Lewis symbol or electron dot structure. This is nothing but, instead of writing in the lengthy form of electronic configuration for all those elements, Lewis has given a short form. Let us see how it has to write. We represent the nucleus and inner shell electrons of the atom by the symbol of element. This is nothing but the nucleus of the atom. It is representing with the capital letters of that particular atom, like hydrogen means H, helium means He, and the number of electrons in the outer shell represented by the dots or cross marks upon that. See here. For suppose the hydrogen atom, it consists of one electron, its nucleus, and it is represented with H, and the single electron in it is represented with the dot or else cross mark on it. So in this way we can write all the electronic configurations of the elements in the periodic table. This is called Lewis dot structure. Let us write the Lewis dot structure for the atoms of the noble gases. What are the noble gases? Just now we have seen helium, neon, argon, krypton, and xenon, radon. First one, it is helium. We know that helium electronic configuration, it is only 2 electrons, so it is 2. And for these 2 electrons, how to write the Lewis dot structure? First of all, the nucleus, helium nucleus, so it is He, And upon that, how many valence electrons are there? Total number of electrons also 2 and valence electrons also 2. So we have to put 2 dots upon He. It is easy. But whereas coming to neon, electronic configuration, general electronic configuration, it is 2, 8. So how many valence electrons are there in neon? The outer shell consisting of 8 electrons. So how to write the Lewis star structure for neon? Observe this one carefully. Neon atom, that means neon nucleus, and the remaining electrons except valence electrons. How many valence electrons are there? 8. Remaining 2 electrons are there. So the nucleus and the remaining electrons we usually represent with neon. So Ne, and the remaining outer shell electrons, that means the valence electrons, usually we denote with the dots or cross. So the remaining outer shell electrons, how many? 8. So the valence electrons or outer shell electrons 8 will represent with the dots. Like all the 4 sides we have to put 2 dots at a time. So this is the procedure to write the Lewis dot structure for any atom. Lewis star structure gives us the information like how many valence electrons are there in that particular atom. And particularly in the noble gases, see here, next one it is argon. So even the argon, it consists of 8 valence electrons. So we have to write Ar and then the total 8 dots. Krypton also same 8 because it consists of 8 valence electrons. Next, xenon also, it consisting of 8 valence electron. That means outer shell filled with 8 electrons. Next, radon also 8. Even though these atoms atomic number, it is for helium it is 2, neon 10, argon 18, krypton 36, whereas xenon 54 and radon 86. But the electronic configurations, if we observe, the outer shell electronic configuration it is 8. That means this atom it is filled with the outer shell of these atoms filled with 8 electrons. So these atoms are following the octet rule. In previous class, that means in our last lesson, uh, periodic table lesson, we have discussed about the octet rule. The atoms which consisting 8 electrons in outer shell, those atoms follow the octet rule. Those are very stable and they do not participate in any chemical reactions. That means they are very least reactive. Okay. This is the way we have to write the electronic configurations, and uh, after knowing this Lewis dot structure, we have to represent the elements, that means the atoms in this Lewis dot structure, because it gives us clear cut information like how and why these elements participate in the chemical bonding and what basis we have to decide what type of bond it is, what type of bonds these atoms are making or participating. And mostly for chemical bonding lesson, this Lewis dot structure, it is the basis, and you have to write and you have to learn how to write this Lewis dot structure for all the elements in the periodic table. This is for today. Practice all the Lewis dot structure for all the atoms. Thank you.